I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are recording.
Sorry, I forgot about that one. Okay, public input statement. I will read. The first public input session is a 21-minute session with each person having no longer than 3 minutes in which to make a statement. But a second public input session may be held at the end of the meeting if allowed by the board chair. The speaker will give his or her name, address, and reason for speaking. Public input is designated for district residents. The board chair may grant non-residents the opportunity to address the board. Statements concerning subject matter that falls under the law regarding executive sessions, for example, matters involving personnel, cannot be made during public input. Okay, do we have any public input tonight? Okay.
So since I can't give my full presentation, this was the book that I was here that October that I asked to audit. I've audited this entire book. I've been through every page. I gave a presentation to Audra and Sue on the garbage that's in this book that was foisted on us to teachers and told that they had to read it. And I understand that the school board had a copy of this. I did see that you've got one on your table. If you guys would have just glanced through it, it wouldn't have taken very long for you to have gotten the gist of exactly what's in this book. You don't even have to get into the first chapter, an entire page. An entire page that talks. It says, education has done very little to shift power or to distribute it evenly. Rather, it has functioned to ensure that power stays where it has been, among the wealthy, among the men, among the white people. And it continues on in that vein throughout the entire book. This is a disgrace that this was even brought into our school district. Essentially, we're all neighbors, and you're putting this on teachers that are also neighbors. I'm ashamed. When I heard about this stuff going on, I thought, that's not going to happen in SAD 60. We're a small school district. That's not going to happen. Here it is. In your school for the last year, you guys are on the board. You guys are the thing that stands between the administration and the students to help safeguard the students. All it takes is one teacher to think, oh, I really need to push this on the kids and have them come out of the class focusing on everybody's race. It's been what, the 60s. It's been 60 years since we were focusing on race, and here it is back again. This is appalling. It's shameful. It is absolutely shameful. And I'm embarrassed. I'm absolutely embarrassed that this has been in the school. And not only that, but the teachers have had to meet once a month to discuss the book and what they've learned from it. I'm appalled. And for the record, Nancy, I did call the school. I called the school the Friday after you and I talked the first time. And it was 4 o'clock and I thought, nobody's there. Well, I'll call back and I'll leave a message. And I left a message. And I didn't get a call back, so I called the first part of the next
3 minutes.
And I still have not gotten a call back for that. And I haven't heard from you, Audra, on the FOIA request. You responded once and I responded back, and I haven't heard again from Audra.
We have time to respond to that.
You went
We have time to respond to that.
to the FOIA request?
Yes.
Okay.
Certain number.
You're gonna-
Yes. We will comply within a certain amount of days that we have to do so.
Okay, well, it's been a couple of weeks ago. So, okay, but I would like it in electronic copy.
Yes, we'll have that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Do we have anybody else? Okay, next we have a bunch of minutes. Let's start with May 5th. Anybody have any corrections? Anybody?
I didn't have anything.
I think you're on mute, Denise.
Didn't see any.
Yeah, sorry. Just give me 2 seconds. I had one on one of these, but now I can't remember which. I don't think it was this one.
Anybody else have anything? If not, somebody want to make a motion?
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Sorry, it was this one. Very minor, but I believe that I entered late on this one. Not a big deal. I was there for I came in during the audit presentation.
Okay, I'll fix that.
Okay, anybody want to make a motion with the correction?
I make a motion that we accept the minutes with the correction.
Okay, a second? Kate?
Yeah.
All those in favor? Okay, that would be unanimous. Okay, then we go to May 19th. Any corrections there? Okay, if not, somebody want to make a motion?
I make a motion, we accept the minutes of May 19th.
Second? Alva, second. All those in favor?
I abstain.
Oh, you weren't there? So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 5, that's enough.
Okay. Can I just note that I made 2 full minutes without Miss Hagamoo finding a mistake? Pretty good about that.
That was very good. And there was actually 3 pages, so.
I know, I'm feeling good.
We got one more.
Okay, I know, I'm just going for 2 right now. I was feeling good about that.
Okay, May 26th. That was the district budget meeting, followed by
Executive.
executive session, right? So does that go in here that we had an executive session or not? I don't see it.
We can put that in. Yeah, we can.
Anybody have any other additions, corrections? Okay, somebody want to make a motion?
Make a motion that we accept the May 26 minutes.
I'll second.
Second? Stephanie?
Yep.
As amended though, right? I'm gonna add in that
Oh,
executive
right.
session piece. Yep.
All those in favor? And we only have 4.
Mm.
We're both of those 2 out.
Oh,
You know what? We might have to table these until the next
Okay.
time because
Travis.
right, Travis needs to be there and because Victoria and Denise were not, so
Right.
we can do that.
Okay, so we will be doing
I'm just gonna say
26 next time.
we're tabled May 26th.
Okay, student report.
Okay, so Hyla,
You on your phone?
she emailed Jen Llewellyn at 5:30 and said that she had to work and she didn't realize that. So this is the report. The red carpet week for seniors is next week as they gear up for their finals. Their spirits are high with anticipation for graduation. And she said underclassmen have finals next week and school wraps up on the 14th. That's what we have from Hyla.
Can I look at that really quick?
Sure.
Throw it in here.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Now, we're moving 5, 6, and 7 down to the executive session portion, after the
Yes.
executive session portion. That's what we're doing the executive session on. So we're gonna go to number 8,
Okay.
assistant principal in Lebanon.
Okay, so Lori Lodge is here. So we're nominating Lori for Assistant Principal in Lebanon, at Lebanon Elementary in the Hanson School. Lori is currently the Assistant Principal Instructional Coach in Acton. She's been there since 2018. Prior to that time, she was the Curriculum Director in RSU 57, which is Massabesic. She was there for about 15 years and received your master's in leadership from USM. Yeah, so that's our official nomination for Lori. We do need a vote on that.
I make Lori, I forgot the last one.
Lodge.
I make a motion to accept Lori Lodge as assistant principal for Lebanon.
Second,
All right, thank you. I got it.
okay, all those,
Favor?
all those in favor? That would be everybody.
Yay, Lori, welcome.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay, next. Number 9, education update.
Good, okay. Our staff attendance has slowly improved over the last
Okay.
couple of weeks. And so between 5:26 and 6:2 today, we've had a range. This is just illnesses, not out for interviews or other professional development. We've had a range in the schools that have had perfect attendance as far as illness goes to up to 5 staff out, which is a marked improvement
Yeah.
over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we're noticing, schools are noticing that staff are feeling better. So that's great.
Yep.
Our student enrollment is in the 90s, which is very good, even considering we're coming off of a 3-day weekend and some
Sure.
extend that weekend out. Our high attendance rate was 94% and our low was 90. So that is looking good. We were in the 70s a couple weeks ago for
Yeah,
some
that's-
schools.
yeah.
Yep.
So we're seeing an upward trend
Yep.
in that, so that's great. We have June 10th, next Friday is graduation, 6:30 PM. We are hoping and looking forward to sun, but we'll see. Farmer's Almanac says something a little
Oh,
different.
really? Great.
So that's that. Band and chorus concerts are wrapping up. And what else? Athletics, I'll just give you an update from that. The regular season has ended for all of our spring sports. Each team has made the playoffs. So outdoor track travels to Bangor on Saturday for the Class A main state track meet. 14 track and field athletes have qualified for the state meet. Softball's hosting South Portland on Tuesday. The first pitch is at 4:30. Baseball travels to Portland on Monday for their preliminary game, and the first pitch is also at 4:30. Girls lacrosse travels to Scarborough on Monday for their preliminary playoff game, and that's at 6:30. And boys lacrosse is waiting to see how the points are finalized, but we believe they're going to be going to Thornton Academy for the first round. So that's that update. Okay, those are our educational updates. at
Okay.
this Point,
And the big one tonight seems to be
yes.
employment.
Employment.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been busy.
Yes.
Excuse me. So just, this is just a transfer. Lauren Shane is transferring from the Assistant Athletic Director to a PE position, the PE teacher at Noble Middle School. So that last year you already accepted her nomination. We're just.
Do we need to vote or we don't need to
You don't
vote on
need
a
to vote
transfer?
on that.
No.
Estaquio Dones is not on the list, but Estaquio is currently the music teacher in North Berwick. He is transferring to part-time music at Knowlton School because we needed to add a
Right.
part-time position there, and he's also communications director. He will be taking on that
Oh,
part of
yay,
communications
yay,
director.
yay.
So that's great. He will be coming in to talk with the board
Good.
at some point. But we wanted it on your radar that we've hired somebody and he's transferring
Right.
that over. So that's good. He will likely be at all of our board meetings to just
Good. Good.
get a lay of the land and see how things are going.
Mhm.
All right, so now we're ready for the hires, the new hires. Let's see. If I can do this.
There's a lot.
There are a lot, okay. And each one needs to be done individually.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Karen Hyam, who is going to be, who's not being nominated for Noble Middle School Social Worker. She's currently at Northern Light Acadia Hospital. She has a master's degree, a master's of arts from Lesley University.
Yeah, so it's full-time social worker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full-time social worker, yeah.
Full-time social worker. So we need a motion.
Okay, somebody,
I make a motion to accept Karen Hyam as the Noble Middle School social worker.
second,
Circle.
Stephanie,
Let's just make sure we put all these in.
all those in favor?
So motion would be,
That would be everybody.
I can do the notes if you want, if you
Okay.
want. And we can
Well, not
just send
really.
it to people, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll lose track.
Okay.
Okay, we have Amber O'Neill for the Noble Flex. So that's the current Noble Virtual Middle School, but they're changing the name to Noble Flex per their presentation when they were with us.
So they're gonna have their own social worker.
They do.
Yeah, we went through a grant.
Oh, okay,
So we have a case manager / social worker for
okay.
that program. Yep.
She's currently a day treatment supervisor. She has her master's degree in social work from
The
State University of New
yeah.
York at
Yeah.
Stony Brook.
She's fabulous.
Okay. So that's Amber O'Neill. Did we
Yes.
skip one?
No,
Nope, not
Oh,
yet.
wait a minute. Madeline Doyle, sorry.
Maddie is
down.
just did
I
Matt.
figured their list is different because they started with Karen instead of Lauren, so.
Right,
Yeah, so
Lauren
Lauren's
was just
there.
a transfer.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay,
Did I miss?
yeah, Lauren's there and then it says Karen
Right,
and then mine says Madeline Doyle,
Oh,
special ed.
Okay,
okay. We have Amber next.
we'll get to her.
But she's there.
Yep, she's.
Okay,
All right,
yeah.
I just.
Sorry.
Okay.
So Amber O'Neill is the one that's going
Okay.
to Noble Flex as the social worker. That's the one that we have the grant.
Do we have someone to make a motion?
Make a motion that we hire Amber O'Neill as the Noble Flex social worker.
Okay, second, Kate,
That's okay, got it.
all those in favor?
Yeah.
That'd be 6-0.
All right.
Okay, we have Megan Griffin, who is being nominated for Noble High School English. She's currently a student teacher in the Portland Public Schools. She will have her Bachelor of Arts from USM.
Somebody like to make a motion?
I make a motion that we accept Megan Griffin for high school English.
Okay, second? Alba,
Okay.
all those in favor? That'll be everybody. Okay. Another English?
Yes, we have Erin Foster, who's being nominated for Noble High School English. She's currently an 8th grade ELA teacher. She has her Bachelor of Science from Westchester University of Pennsylvania. She's currently at Reach Cyber Charter School.
That's not in the state of Maine.
No,
is
she's
it? So it doesn't sound
relocating.
familiar.
No, she's not. That's in Harrisburg,
Oh,
so they're relocating to the area.
do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we nominate Erin Foster as a Noble English teacher.
Second?
Ms. Hagamoo, okay.
All those in favor? 6-0.
Okay, the next one, Brittany Reed Martin, Noble High School social worker. She's currently a school-based clinician for Sweetser. She has a master's in counseling from Lesley University.
Is that replacing somebody that left or is that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So both Karen and Brittany are replacing folks. And then Amber's a new position in that grant position.
Somebody want to make a motion?
I make a motion to accept Brittany Reed Martin as the high school social worker.
Second? Alba? All those in favor?
Now we have.
Everybody?
Okay, now I have Madeline Doyle.
Okay,
Okay, Madeline Doyle, Noble High School special education teacher. She's currently an ed tech at here at MSAD 60. She has her Bachelor of Arts from Clark University in Massachusetts.
did you say she was high school or middle school?
She
She's gonna be
is.
high school.
yeah.
She's teaching currently at the middle school or working at the middle
Right.
school, but she's coming to the high school.
It just said middle school. on here.
Okay,
Just
we'll
make
fix it. Yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I make a motion, we accept Madeline Doyle for special education at the middle school.
High school.
Oh, high school, sorry. Yep,
Not your-
I know.
Yeah, yeah, not your fault.
Second for that? Alba,
All right, thank you.
all those in favor? Okay, 6-0.
Natalie?
Natalie Batchelor, is that her name?
Yeah.
Natalie Batchelder, she just finished student teaching at Idlehurst and Somersworth. She has a master's of education from the University of New Hampshire
First grade at
at North
North
Berwick.
Berwick, right? Okay. Somebody want to make a motion for that?
I make a motion that we accept Natalie Batchelder as first grade teacher in North Berwick.
Okay, second for that? Kate's gonna,
Dan. All right, you guys are duking it.
all those in favor? That would be everybody.
Okay. Cassandra Salerno, who is going to be nominated as the North Berwick Elementary School Counselor. That position was vacated last fall and we had somebody covering that. But this nomination is for Cassandra. She's currently a school counselor in Fairfax County, Virginia. She's relocating. She has her master's of education from Rutgers.
Cool.
Somebody to,
I make a motion to accept Cassandra Salerno at the North Berwick Elementary School Counselor.
okay, second? People online, you could second, we'll let you if you want.
I'm paying attention.
Let's put Denise in there.
Okay.
Okay.
The next
Okay, all those in favor?
is a marathon.
We're getting there.
Gregory Lett is being nominated for Hanson School third grade. He's currently a fifth grade teacher in Sanford. He has a
Name sounds
bachelor's.
familiar.
He grew up and graduated from Marshwood
Oh, okay,
and his family currently lives here.
it's great.
So we
We
have
have a guy
bachelor- yeah.
teaching grade third. grade.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Bachelor of Science from UNE.
Okay, motion, anyone?
I make a motion to accept Gregory Ouellette to Hanson School Grade 3.
Okay.
Second?
I'll
There
second.
she is. Got her.
I gotta take myself off mute to
I know. Raise the hands. Okay.
All those in favor? That would be everybody.
Okay. Samantha Payne, who is being
This must-
nominated.
This, a new one that
Some
was
of
not,
these are today.
Okay.
The rest of these, I think, happened this
Yeah,
today.
we did some busy work today.
So Samantha Payne is being nominated for Knowlton School Grade 4. You interviewed her.
I did,
right?
yeah.
So she's currently a classroom teacher at Farwell Elementary School in Lewiston. And she is relocating
To this area, yeah.
So she
Little
received
Spitfire, I liked her.
her, let's see, Salve Regina College in Rhode Island.
Yep.
okay, somebody like to be the motion?
I'll make a motion.
All right.
Denise is
Oh,
making,
except now
I'll second.
I don't have the name
Got
in
it.
front of me.
Yeah, I don't know what
thank
it is.
you.
Okay. It is.
All those,
Samantha Payne, yep.
all those in favor? That would be everybody.
The next one is Shannon Mativer, who is being nominated for grade 1 at Hanson School. She is currently teaching at RSU 57 and has, let's see, she has her bachelor at the University of Southern Maine, and she's getting her master's at the University of Southern Maine as well. in
And she's a
literacy.
noble grad.
And she's a noble grad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion to accept Shannon Matier to Grade 1 Hanson School, and I said that wrong, didn't
It's
I?
okay, you're good.
How I wrote it down, Matier.
Second, Val?
Joy?
and all those in favor? Okay, everybody?
Everybody? Oh, one
No,
last
we have
one.
one
This is
more.
my last one, yeah.
This is the last for tonight. Kayla Goodwin, who is being nominated for Hanson School Grade 2. And she is currently
in Sanford.
Sanford.
Yeah.
And she graduated from University of Southern Maine.
Spent a couple years in Bedford too.
Okay, motion?
I make a motion to accept Kayla Goodwin, Grade 2 Hanson School.
Okay, someone to second that? Okay,
Miss Stanton, okay.
all those in favor? Everybody. That's all the new people.
Those, yes.
Then we have some
We
resignations.
do have a few resignations. We have Andrea Gove from Huzzy School, grade 1. She's going to York. So we do need a motion for that.
Okay, somebody like to make that motion?
Her name's,
Motion to accept Andrea Groves.
it's Gove.
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 I wrote it down wrong.
No, it's wrong on the.
Resignation
No, it's, yeah.
from Huzzy
With regrets, yeah.
with regrets.
Somebody to second that?
Second.
Stephanie? All those in favor? Everybody? Chelsea Grant.
Okay, we have Chelsea Grant,
Right.
who is currently a second grade teacher at Huzzy School. She is also going to York. She's been with us for 3 years.
The exodus has begun.
Wow. Big money, big money.
I know. Someone to make a motion?
Chelsea.
Okay, thanks.
I make a motion to accept Chelsea Grant's resignation.
Second? Okay, all those in favor? That would be everybody.
Okay, and we have Debbie Morse from Knowlton School Intervention. She's been with us for 5 or 6 years, I think.
She's what?
Intervention
Yeah.
at Knowlton, and she is also going to York. That is the trifecta.
Yeah.
For tonight, as interventionist in York as well.
Okay.
So,
Someone to make that motion? Alva?
I make a motion to accept the resignation of Debbie Morse with regret.
Second?
Second.
Stephanie, all those in favor?
okay, and our last one is Laura Mazzola,
Mhm.
who is a teacher currently at Noble High School. She teaches English and she is moving up north with family.
Okay, somebody to make that motion?
I make a motion to accept Laura Mazzola's resignation.
Second? Kate? All those in favor? Okay, that's everybody.
That is.
Next is other. Anybody have any other?
I have another. I was planning on saying this anyway, so timing's always interesting. But I just want to say that I did read the book and I thought it was really interesting. It was actually different than what I thought it was going to be. And if, to me, and like by the time I was done, I thought it was just a really interesting tool for like decision making kind of. And it actually followed a lot of the same rationale as what you might learn in a management class or in business. So I just thought I thought there were a lot of really interesting things it was about listening and decision making and prioritizing and kind of revisiting when you think you're making progress on something and then you realize you're not, or how to figure out if you're not. So I thought it was really interesting, and it was different than what I was expecting. But my takeaway was that it was could be a useful tool, and not to sort of get into, well, it doesn't matter, but I did not feel, very strongly did not feel like there was anything at all, certainly not offensive, but yeah, I thought it was a really interesting book. Probably one that I'll read again and take some lessons out of it, really kind of for my professional life. So that's all. That's my book review for the night.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I say something really quick on that same subject?
Sure.
I have not finished the book, so I'm in the process. But maybe we could have a discussion on how it's being implemented in the classroom, if it's being implemented in classrooms. This book, what is it being used for? Is it a curriculum piece or what exactly it is? I haven't been part of that discussion at all.
Sure.
So
It's
maybe
not
we can
being-
discuss that.
Sure. It's not being used in the classroom and it's not a curriculum. It's one
Okay.
person's experience. And he's written it based on his experience and it's more how to just be accessible for students. To provide access to students for learning. And teachers were not forced to read the book and they did not have monthly PD around the book.
Oh, I thought they did. They
No.
didn't have monthly.
I think Denise may have said it best in terms of that it was a tool that was offered to the staff. So they did read it.
Amongst
as
other
many of them
tools, I
wanted.
would imagine.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
right, exactly.
okay.
I thought he made a good point on how to engage students that that were obviously not engaged.
Yeah.
And I mean, that part was good. I think he made some side comments that had they been left out, I think the book would have not been quite so controversial, but
Yeah, I just haven't finished it. I haven't gotten that far into it yet. So, because I received it in the mail. So, I'm still working on that. I may have more questions later. I don't
Sure.
know, but
That's fine,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
And I think he talked about meeting children where they're at
Right.
and finding their needs and filling their needs.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of it is stuff that teachers do anyway. It was just, I thought it was like a really good framing for, or just reminders in a way, but like helpful hints about how to do the stuff that teachers are already doing. But I definitely did not see it as a curriculum in any way.
I think I took away the same thing, Denise, in terms of any management books that I've read in my career. It certainly had a lot of aspects of the same kind of approach. You look at each individual and you approach them as an individual and try to learn how to engage and work with them so that you get the kind of results you want to see.
Yeah.
Wait, Dawn? I have another. I don't
Sure.
even know if you have this, but have the water test results come back?
They have not come
Are
back.
you kidding me?
I'm serious. It took a long time to get them initially. And when we get them back, we will have Kevin come in to talk about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea when or just sometime?
It took a couple.
Yeah, I don't dare- I don't-
Chain, right? Supply chain, right,
I believe-
okay.
Say
I
they're gonna
think school will be over before. we
Yeah.
get
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we're still there
that's the secondary
and
test.
all that stuff
Yes,
right now?
yes.
Okay. That's all I have. Anybody else have anything?
Okay,
We have our other public input session, if anybody feels to input again, speak.
Okay.
Okay, so we're now going into our executive session portion of the meeting. So thank you for coming, all 5 of you.
Yeah, we need a motion to
Then
go
I'll
in,
give-
yeah.
stop.
Yeah, somebody want to make the motion with get the right numbers and all that stuff?
I make a motion, we move to executive session MRSA 4056A, evaluation of officials. Is that the first one we're starting with?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we said
Second that,
7 are going after. Okay.
They're all kind of part of the same.
second?
Yep.
Kate, all those in favor, so that Travis won't be mad at us.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna
So-
stop recording.
I'm gonna go shut the